Hello, Jenny. Thanks for being on with me today. I'm really excited to coach you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to be with you too.
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So tell me, what in your health life would you like to change or adjust?
Uh, that is a really good question. I think what I'd like to adjust, particularly this week, is getting into a solid routine with meal planning
Okay.
and being prepared a little better.
Okay. So you'd like to get into a solid routine with meal planning. What does that mean to you?
It means less stress, less pressure. It means I have organized what I need to have in the house in order to cook dinners at the right time so that I'm not like trying to run and get something together last minute, which feels very stressful.
Yes, yes. So what you're saying is you want less stress, less pressure, less running around at dinner time, uh, so that you have everything in your house ready to go. That makes life easier.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Exactly.
yeah. So tell me, is there a way in the past that you meal prepped that worked for you?
Yeah. So when I have my Instant Pot and my crock pot going at the same time, I feel like I'm winning.
Okay.
And what needs to happen before that is really what's worked is sitting down with my family and just asking them to share. What would
Mm,
you like to see for dinner one day this week? And they might come up with one option or three options. And then I decide, well, what's manageable for me on which days. Um, and then I can just go and be prepared, like write my grocery list, get to the store, have everything in one go
right.
versus three or four times, like trying like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot this or I forgot that.
Yeah.
And then just getting it done.
Right. So it sounds like your process is like family meeting, and then you kind of take that information and make it work for you, make yourself a like a little schedule. Do you usually write it up, or was is it in your head like what you're going to do on what night?
Now that I think about it, I definitely make a list. I love lists. I definitely make a list of ideas from the family. And then from that list, I create a sub list of like, what am I willing to make them?
Right.
I know I've given them a choice, but how does this work for me?
Good.
And then from there, I have a look at what I have at home, um, and create a shopping list.
Right.
The next
Right.
step is the store. And then to answer your question, I can really cook any meal on any given day just based on what's the best thing or what do I feel like eating today, actually.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. That's great. That still gives you that little bit of like a restaurant takeout feel. You kind of pick what you want based on your mood a little bit,
I never
but you
looked I never looked at it like that's actually exactly
like, what do I feel like tonight?
it.
And you prepared something and you're like, I don't want that. So I love how you're flexible in your prep, but you have everything there so you don't have to keep running to the grocery store.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it sounds like your process is like family meeting, making a list, and then adjusting that list for yourself, which I love because, if you're preparing the meals, you should be able to decide what you have the bandwidth for.
Mm.
And then grocery shopping and having everything in the house. Now, do you pre-chop things after you grocery shop, or do you just leave everything in the fridge as is and do it the night of?
Yeah, I don't pre-chop.
Okay.
And now you're reminding me of a time that I did, and that was even handier. So
Mm,
I guess if it was something that might be going into the crock pot, that would be really useful because, well, you could do that the night that the groceries come in, and then it's just ready to fire into the crock pot. But no, I don't usually pre-chop. It usually feels very stress free, just knowing I have exactly what I need to prepare for the meal.
okay. All
Yeah.
right. So I've heard what you used to do, what really worked. Sounds like a great system. And just tell me just a little bit what you're doing now as far as meal prep.
It's quite hit and miss. So, like for example, 2 weeks ago, I had all my ducks in a row. I used this system. And then last week, and so far it's creeping into this week, I've kind of been busy doing other things. Like
Mm.
the routine has changed. Danny's gone back to school. I'm busy with work. I'm trying to fit in time for me to like go and move my body. And then it's usually like while I'm out, I'm going, oh God, what am I going to do for dinner? you know? And
Right,
then at the last minute, having to race to the store and grab the goods. And it just feels a little out of balance, to be honest.
right, right. So summer, of course, is a time for most moms when like the schedule is just kind of out the window
Mhm.
and so then that has changed your meal prep, being ready for that. So that's totally normal. And what would you like to usually when I work with people, going from 0 to 60 usually leads to a bit of overwhelm. So I love for people to kind of take baby steps back to where they were before. What would be the smallest step you could take with your meal prep to have you get back on track?
Honestly, that's a really great question. I think because my family are busy today, it would be a very simple thing for me to do. Just write 4 dinners I would like to cook this week and go and get the groceries today.
Mm,
So rather than waiting until this evening and asking, and then everybody's opinion coming to me at dinner time, I think I'll just kind of take action on it today, just get it done and reset for Saturday or Sunday, which is when I usually ask those questions for the week ahead.
beautiful. So, what I heard you say is like a great action step for today is for you to just decide on 4 dinners for this week, grocery shop today, and then resume your regular schedule, regular process on Saturday or Sunday with your family.
Exactly.
Okay. And can you take a look at your calendar today and just see where you could fit that grocery shopping in?
I know exactly where I can fit it in because Danny forgot his lunch and his water bottle. So I have to go to school, in an hour or so. So when we're done on our call, I'm just going to write the list, go to the school, go to the grocery store, and be home.
Beautiful. All right. All right. And so tell me, is there anything that I can do to support you in this process? Do you need any recipes or a handout on how to organize your meal prep? Anything like that?
If you have a handout, I would love that handout to organize your prep.
It's just a planning worksheet for the week that I
Yeah,
like to use.
that sounds fantastic. I would love
Okay.
that.
And what's your biggest aha insight or takeaway from our talk today?
Oh my gosh, that we all know what to do and we just don't do it, which is why coaching is it's so powerful. It's just that little reset that we need. Remember, I loved how you just did this. Remember how you used to do it when it used to
Yeah.
work?
Yeah.
There's something that you can pull into today. I'm like, yes, yes, there is.
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Thank
That was
you.
my
Yep.
big aha. That was great. Great
All
session.
right. Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me for this power coaching moment. And if you're interested in seeing more about what I do, you can go to my website, rooteddish.com, and I will send you your meal prep worksheet.
Well, maybe you could share it with everybody.
Uh, I could.
You
I
could.
will put it up on my website.
I feel like that would be super handy. And if somebody needs to get a hold of you, what's the best way to connect with you, Granetta?
The best way is if you go to my website, rooteddish.com, you'll see a little button where you can book a strategy session with me. and we can talk.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks.
You're
I'll see you
welcome.
later.
Bye.
Bye.